This is episode 11, part 2 of What's Been Better. This week, we're continuing our conversation on opposition, especially within families. We asked you for your thoughts, and this is how you responded. If you're new here, you know we cuss. And if you've been here before, you should totally be used to it. A little remix there.
Yeah, but you did good. You did real good.
Thank you, ma'am. How
I
you
like it.
doing?
I like it. I'm good. I'm I was gonna say I'm exceptionally good, but
Oh.
I'm not exceptionally good. But I'm
Oh,
good.
okay.
I'm good headed toward exceptionally.
Okay, well then, as long as there's progress
Yes,
and
yes.
not regression.
Well, yeah, absolutely. How are
Yeah.
you doing though?
I'm good. I just came skidding back in here and I discovered that I have seeds in my pocket, which Drew and I just laughed about because I was in the greenhouse before I came in here. So leave it to me to have seeds in my pocket.
Seeds. Yeah. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And
No.
so while you're talking, you might as well share what's been better.
Um, so I may or may not have turned the corner about having a dog again.
Hmm.
So I was driving through our neighborhood and I saw a Humane Society poster, like one of
Mhm.
those yard signs,
Right.
and I thought the dog was cute, and so I snapped a picture of it. And then I kind of went through the page, which is just crazy, and I saw another dog, and I was like, first of all, this dog is too cute. So I came
Mm.
home and I took a screenshot of it, and I kept going, and I drove home, and then at night I showed it to Drew. And then I kind of like, whatever, and I let it go. And then he asked, "So did you make an appointment for us to go to the Humane Society?" And I was like, "Oh shit." So I looked into the dog and then I messaged the person, and the person was like, "Oh, just fill out the application." And then we filled out the application, and then we went and saw the dog at the foster
Mm.
parents' house.
Oh, wow.
And the dog is so cute. She's really rambunctious though. So she jumps, which is not something that, like, we're used to. Um, but training, I mean, that's
Yeah.
nothing. And tonight they're coming to our house to see how the dog, like, likes our yard and our house, and yeah.
That's very interesting. So, what
Yeah,
I'm thinking of are your plants.
I know. I'm not even thinking about that, I'm just thinking about, like, our house. So, I keep waking up each morning, like, on the fence about it.
Mhm. What, like the dog being in your house?
Yeah, because our house isn't built around our dog anymore.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
like, our furniture isn't in a way
Mhm.
that's like, "Oh, a
Mhm.
dog should be fine." Like,
Mm.
our house is not
Yeah,
accustomed to it
I
anymore, and so
see.
it's just kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. It's a big step. I
Yeah.
feel better. I didn't have any allergic reaction, which was very good, because
Okay.
when we tried to get a dog before, I had an allergic reaction to the dog, and we had to give the dog back, and it was a whole big dramatic thing, and it was bad,
Oh.
and yeah. And that
Hmm.
dog was a puppy, and it just wasn't,
Yeah.
none of it was good to begin with. So
Okay.
I wasn't ready
Is this
then.
dog a puppy?
This dog is 1.5 years old, so they're kind of like semi-puppy.
Okay.
They're like a teenager.
I see.
So, um, yes, I was thinking about the plants. I was happy I didn't have house plants anymore, but I could build a fence. I could put some chicken wire. I could do a lot of things. It's more so I have like a little bit of guilt of like
Uh,
moving on from our old dog, but and figuring out if I can be better, do better. I don't know. And then also of like, I feel selfish because I'm like, I like getting up and just like doing whatever and not having to like be a responsible pet parent.
I
So,
definitely wanna unpack this with you.
not
Mm.
today.
I know. Yeah,
Anyway.
cause I have a whole thing about animals that I
Oh, no, really? Okay, we're gonna
yeah,
unpack this.
definitely anti-animal. but not in a cruel way. I
Oh,
I
okay.
I love them from afar. I might even pet them here and there, but
Mhm.
definitely not having an animal in my home. Mm-mm.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not for
and
real.
we are dog people. Like,
Yeah.
not we had fish for a while. I don't think we had any other animals. No, we had fish
I
for a
wouldn't
while
mind
and that's
having
it.
I wouldn't mind having a fish. That's a whole different situation. I would love having an aquarium.
That is a lot of work
I bet.
that,
Yeah,
like, you gotta be prepared for that.
I bet.
Because if you don't do it right, it could go bad real quick,
Mm, Lord have
and then
mercy.
everybody's floating,
Ooh,
belly up.
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
Mm-mm.
not. Maybe not.
I didn't mean to talk you out of it,
That's
but
okay. Listen, I'm here to but this part of my life, I've raised children. So, like,
Mhm.
my oldest child will be 29 this year.
Yeah.
It's blowing my mind. My
Mhm.
youngest will be 24 this year. That's blowing my mind even more, right?
Wow.
It's so yeah.
Yeah.
So I've done my share of raising and being responsible and all those things.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm just really being responsible for me, and
Right?
I think it's an awesome thing, and there ain't no selfishness in that at all. I feel
Okay.
good.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
I have plants.
which
That's
is a
about the
lot.
most responsible ability rather that I'm gonna have.
Okay.
Once a week watering. I couldn't even handle the hydroponic shit. Like,
Okay, y'all. Going
nope.
to Lori's house and seeing that the whole hydroponic system was packed up and in the cabinet, I was heartbroken. I was
Yeah,
hella
well.
heartbroken, but
Mhm.
if you ain't gonna do it, you ain't gonna do it.
Nope. 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 It was just too much. When I saw the system was, underneath all
Mhm.
the roots
Mhm.
interconnecting with each other and fighting and shit up underneath the hydroponic, and they wanted to get out. They wanted to
Yeah,
get into the ground, like, I could feel it. They were like, "We ain't trying to be up in this bitch." I felt that. I felt it.
I
So I was
got you.
like, I have to release you all from this madness. It's a good experience, but I think Sylvia told me can't plant more than one seed, and I think that's where
Yeah.
I went astray.
You went kinda hard because if you put the whole pack in there,
Maybe
it ain't
not the
gonna
whole
work out.
pack. Maybe about 3 or 4.
That's still that
Okay.
little itty bitty space, that
Mm,
little cup.
mm.
Well,
Who knew?
did your pepper plant that I gave you, is it doing alright?
It is.
Okay.
It's just
Alright.
yeah, yeah. A
There we
plant
go.
in some dirt, that works for me.
Okay. Okay.
A plant in water that's gonna strangle itself, that don't work for me. So,
Okay. Well, what's been better for you, Lori?
well, I am in the midst of planning a wedding.
Yay.
I'm excited about that. I didn't know how excited. I'm a little weirded out.
Okay.
I do feel alone. I went to a bridal expo last weekend, and
Mhm.
one of my best girlfriends went. She set the whole thing up, and she had it to where I was to try on a dress before. So we had an appointment at this one bridal studio or
Mhm.
whatever you call it, and then we went to the expo. So I tried on some wedding dresses, and I felt like a princess, and I really felt nice. It's interesting because that's a lot of attention
Yes.
that you're getting,
Yes.
and I'm not used to getting a lot of attention. So
Mhm.
that's the weirding out part of it. And so, but I stepped into it and allowed it. I didn't find the dress that I truly wanted
Mhm.
until the next day. So on Monday, I hot-tailed it to Davis Bridal. That was a no. I didn't see anything that I liked. I felt different. I felt
Okay.
like a senior citizen trying to get married as opposed to
Oh, no.
yeah,
That's
those
not the
dresses.
feeling.
No,
No.
man. No, not at all. Because 'cause I'm not there yet. Now, if I was
Right.
senior citizen, it would be different, but I'm not a senior just yet.
No.
I'm
Mm-mm.
anyway. So, I didn't like it wasn't it wasn't, complimentary. It wasn't like I didn't feel, um, like bride, right?
Okay. Okay.
It didn't accentuate my body, none of that. Just just didn't do any of the things. So I went to this other place called Anya's Bridal,
Mhm.
and I found the prettiest dress.
Shout out to Anya's Bridal because y'all, when y'all see this dress, because there are gonna be pictures. I will make sure
Yeah,
that there are pictures. The detail in this dress is oh, it is just beautiful. Like, the back of the dress, Lori found the dress.
I was so
Like
excited. But Sylvia, check it out. The next morning,
mhm.
you know how you have buyer's remorse? I was
Of
like, "Did I
course.
did I get the right dress? Oh my
Yes.
god." I started freaking the fuck out. I started freaking out. I really in
No.
fact, Tuesday was the one of my worst days. I had a horrible day because I went into that and I was like, "Oh my goodness." So I had to pull myself back out and remember my purpose for picking this.
Mhm.
So, but ultimately, what's been better is one, um, we're full in planning, right?
Mhm.
And I'm excited about that. We're getting some things paid off. Definitely excited about that. So if
Yeah.
anybody who knows me, I don't like nothing hovering over my head. I like
Mhm.
paying my shit off because it just one is a good feeling to have something past you. Like,
Right.
whew, this came up, dealt with it, done. That's ooh,
Mhm.
that's an excellent feeling. So I'm feeling good about that. And I'm just excited about the people who are actually gonna join me. Like
Yay.
we about to get it in and it's gonna be off the chain. So yeah.
That's
So
good.
that's what I'm
That's
happy
good.
about. I'm
I'm excited
excited.
for you. I'm excited. I remember the feeling. It was a lot. So,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, I shared with you. I shared pictures with you. You saw what my face looked like. So
All beat up and beautiful. And it's so funny how we say these awful ass words that actually mean something good.
it
Your face
does,
was
right?
beat up. Like it wasn't really beat up. It was made up and it was beautiful,
Yes.
but you didn't have a whole lot of makeup on either.
No.
Because you didn't need any. You didn't
I
need a
went
lot.
very as myself. Let's just
But
put it
you
like
were
that. I was very
but you're
accented.
yeah, but you're gorgeous. And that's how it's probably
Thank
gonna be
you.
for me. Because I don't know if there's gonna be a makeup artist there.
Right.
So
Oh, yeah, I
so
did all of that. I had my one friend and my face and my hands. That was it.
mhm.
The
Yep.
hair was me, everything. That
Oh, wow. See,
I
now I'm
didn't have a
even
choice. I didn't have a
mhm.
choice, but I also knew what I wanted, knew what I liked, and it was fine because I was able to
Yeah,
do what I wanted.
right. Well, I
It
gotta do
wasn't a
some plan.
production. You know what
Right,
I'm
I hear
saying?
you. I hear you. And so, that's what I'm fighting too. Like,
Mhm.
this old way of doing a wedding, my new way
Mhm.
of doing a wedding, and getting
Mhm.
away from that production style type of thing, like
Yes.
putting on trying to impress because who
Mhm.
am I trying to impress? Like, it's just he and I. Like, it's just us, right? And then if people wanna come, that's fine, but we're not trying to please anybody.
Mm-mm.
So, yes, you're absolutely right about that.
It is a lot because you've been conditioned to believe from every magazine, from every other wedding, from every TV show, from everything, like, this is how it's supposed to be done.
Mhm,
This is what age you're supposed to be, this is what color your dress is supposed to be, this is what material it's supposed to be, all these things, shoes, hair,
mhm,
makeup, jewelry, like, it was very different than, like, my ring is black, my
mhm,
diamonds are black.
mhm, mhm,
That was different.
mhm,
That was, like,
mhm. Yeah, yeah.
shocking to some
Mhm,
people. Just
mhm.
little things of, like, you do what you wanna do, how you wanna do it, because it's your life.
That's true, that's true. So my ring is topaz. This is my
See?
babe's, birthstone, and he has aquamarine, which is my birthstone, and they both
Mhm,
happen to be blue, so that's awesome, and it's white gold, so you're right. That's one of the things I definitely wanted to get away from. I didn't wanna
mhm.
have no diamond, it
No,
has some diamonds on here, but diamonds are not the rarest of, um,
nope,
gems anyway.
nope.
There's several gems that are, you know, more rare or, more
Mhm.
precious than a diamond. But it doesn't matter because it's what you desire. And I
Yes.
think ultimately for us, as we share, we really want everybody to know that you're individual, that you matter, that whatever it is that rocks your world, let it rock your world, even if it doesn't rock somebody else's.
Yep. And speaking of sharing, let's get this started. So when we did the original episode 11, I
Mhm.
said, Um, yeah, we want to hear from you. Have you been in these situations where you had a important event, a birth, a death, a graduation, a wedding, anything, and you thought your people were going to show up for you and they did not? But more importantly, how did you respond? How have you
Mhm.
moved past it? What did you
Mhm.
do with that new knowledge, that new vision of those people? Because I think it
Yeah.
is. It's a new vision. They win the
Mhm.
back, they unzip the mask, the Scooby Doo mask, and there they are.
Mhm.
What did you do with it? We want to hear from
Yes.
you.
Yes. Did you overcome? Did you recognize it's still not about them, it's about you,
Hmm.
and so, yes,
Drop
I
that in
wanna
the
know.
comments
Yeah.
under this video or send us, we'll put it up on our Twitter, we'll put it up on our Instagram. Let us know what you think about that. So I said that, and these are the responses that we got. We were so excited that we got so much engagement. I mean, across every platform that we're on, we were shocked at some of the responses. Some of them hit really, really deep.
Mhm.
And I even got a response from my sister that
Wow.
I was definitely not expecting. I just, I wasn't. And I didn't know how to respond to it. I don't even think I did respond to it until, like, way later in the day
Oh,
because I was, like,
wow.
trying to process it.
Mhm. Yeah.
So because like I said in the episode, like, I've never in all these years, I hadn't had a conversation about any of this.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well
so yeah.
well, how did you feel when you got the response from your
So
sister?
here, I'll just read what was said in the comments. Um, that was, first of all, a good question, and then to say that she was sorry that she didn't show up for me on my big day,
Mm.
I was like, "Oh, okay. Alright." 'Cause it's also, like, a very public thing, like, it's in our
Mhm.
public comments, so everybody saw it.
Yes.
So, I still haven't had a whole conversation with her, and I still don't know if I really wanna have a whole conversation with her, but I appreciated that she even said something about it. Because at the
Mhm.
time, like, yeah, I was super hurt. I
Mhm.
was feeling alone, and, I didn't know how to take any of it. I didn't know if it was, like, how to respond to it. I didn't I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know what the wrong answer is. I don't know how I feel about it still. And
Mhm.
plus, it's 10, 11 years later. There's nothing I could do
Yeah.
about it. We can't take
Right.
it back.
Right. And
So,
the question is, are you really over it?
um, I don't know if I could ever be over it.
Mhm.
I
Because
don't
of
know if I
what?
because the evidence exists. I walk
Mm.
down my hallway. You know what my hallway looks like.
Mhm.
You know the pictures that are in my
Mhm.
hallway,
Mhm.
and she's not in the pictures. What do you
Yeah.
do with that? What do you
Right.
how do you respond to that? How do you move past that if you have, like, a daily reminder of, like,
Right.
there's a missing space?
Well, I'm glad you said that because now the preparation for me is to
Mhm.
prepare for that too,
Right.
right? And so what I decided to do for me, and this is just for each individual, which I would say we all need to check in with ourselves to really find out how we feel.
Mhm.
So, like you, Sylvia, they're definitely going to be missed. Okay. So, I'm going to say, I'm going to miss not seeing my siblings. And
Mm,
I just found out my brother is not going to be able to come either, he and his wife. And that's a hard thing to hear that your siblings can't come, but also take in consideration the time of life that I'm in. I had to
yeah.
really sit with that. That's why I said in our last episode, it's best, not saying do it, because there are no shoulds in this world. But I think it would be a good idea or very helpful to process your feelings, how you feel before you share and go off and all of that, because as you process it, you might feel a little differently. So what I feel now is there's a level of understanding that I have.
Mhm.
And so also it's going to be their loss as well because they're going to miss out on seeing me.
Mhm.
And so they're going to also know that they weren't in my pictures.
Yeah.
They're also going to realize they weren't there, whether they care about it or not, right?
Yeah.
And then for me, I'm learning to embrace who is there.
Yeah.
I'm learning to recognize that family is just not the people you're born into. Family, it consists of people who share your views, share your hopes, share your dreams. They are aligned with your core values.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So,
mean, and they can be chosen just like everybody else and just like everything else.
right.
So, it's an interesting take. So, seeing some of the other people who have been in similar situations, like
Mhm.
reading some of those comments. I mean, we had, um, Christopher Williams from our YouTube. He said he was 19 years old and graduated from the Air Force boot camp. At the end of that, we were told that we could invite family, and I did. No one showed up. That's in all
Mm,
caps.
mm.
All of my promotions, returns from deployment, etc., no one was there. I'm from
Mm.
Ohio and now live in Georgia, and I'm fine with that. I shouldn't be, but it is what it is.
Well, again, there are no shoulds, Christopher, and God bless you, sir,
Right.
because and also thank you so much for your service.
Mhm.
It stings. Like let's be
Yeah.
fucking honest. It hurts. It hurts in
Mhm.
a way that you would never imagine
Nope.
because it's like nobody's there for me. But I have to say you were there for you, sir. Like you were there and we really can't miss this.
Mhm.
Sometimes we're going to walk alone. Sometimes people are in their world so much that they can't even tap into your world. And
Right.
that's when you have to tap into your world even stronger because there's a reason for each one of us to be here. And let's recognize how valuable we are to ourselves.
Yeah.
And I
I
think that's in those times that's what needs I would hope to happen.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
And I, thought about you as soon as he said it shouldn't. I said, "Why do you feel like it shouldn't be alright with why you shouldn't be alright with it?" And
Mhm.
he said, "Because that's family, but being disappointed for that long, I've grown accustomed to just not being around them. But it did make me a better father, and because of that, I've literally quit jobs that thought they weren't going to allow me to be there for my children." So I think it was
Mm.
good that he took from that and was like, "Okay, this is what I don't wanna do, this is what I
Mhm.
do wanna do, and this is what I'm gonna do." So I thought that that was
That's
good that he was like, "Fuck that, I don't gotta deal with it, and I'm not gonna put
right.
that on my kids either."
That's huge. So
Mhm.
what it sounds like to me is he learned a lesson,
Mhm.
and that's what happens if we're open to it. If we
Yeah.
ask, what lesson can I learn from this? And that's the thing for me. I'm learning the lesson from this experience.
Yeah.
And the lesson is we're in different parts of our lives. And what I imagine what I would do
Mhm.
is not what other people would do.
No.
So what and what I realize is we get sad because other people in our family don't think like we think.
And you thought that they were gonna think like you think.
Yes, and
That's that's the sad part to me,
that
is
is
like,
the sad part.
not
Yes.
that they aren't, not that they're showing you that they aren't, it's the thought that they were.
Right. And that is the reality. And so here this guy steps up even harder and he says, "No, no, no. This is
Mhm.
how I'm going for my family. This is how I show up. I'm going to be there for my children.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there even if nobody else is there." And this is I think he also said he's not even around his family like that anymore,
Mhm.
which is another reality because
Yeah.
when certain things like that happen, the reality is, do I even fuck with you guys? No,
That part.
probably not. And so that's the reality too. Like for my family, it's not the same anymore. It will never be the same anymore.
No.
I love them. I'm not going to be like I don't give I'm not but it's not the same because now I've been given some news or I've been given some information that it's like once you know you can't not know.
Yeah, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Yeah,
Right.
that's it, that's it. What comments stood out to you? I know you
Well,
check Instagram.
right. So, Sweet Mints 55, she was like, I had a friend who was going through some stuff, but we all have something going on in our lives, right? Well, when I shared that I lost my brother, there was crickets. No condolence, no I'm sorry, crickets. I learned much about what friendship doesn't look like, and it told me more than I knew about the person. She said, "Did I overcome?" And then she didn't answer that. But then she said weeks later, she was dropped like a potato.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I can imagine that was rough. And again,
Mhm.
this is the thing. She was there for her friend,
Mhm.
and then she found out that her friend wasn't there for her.
Yeah.
And that hurts. But it's the reality that the way I think, you don't think like that. Like, we don't speak about that, but that is the thing. Like,
Mhm.
"Oh, wow, I didn't know we weren't really friends."
Right, right. Or that we're not the same kind of friends.
Right.
We don't have the same or equal or balanced level of give and take. You
Mhm.
got things, I got things. I'm here for you. You're not quite here for me, or you're here later of,
Mhm.
"Oh, that happened? Dang."
Mm. Mhm. Right. Or nothing.
Or
Like,
nothing.
nothing.
Mhm.
Right, and so then it's like, do we expect,
Mhm.
right? Like, or be careful when you expect because you might not get back what
That
you expect? Like,
that
so maybe again, this is a level of learning of just because we expect it doesn't mean we're gonna get it.
Nope, nope. Who is it? Jennifer Lewis. She said, "No one promised you roses without thorns."
Mm.
Right?
Right. Right. And Imma even go further and say nothing is promised.
Nothing.
Nothing is promised. So while we go bouncing, like as we shared before, we go bouncing into 2020 like, "Oh, this year is gonna be fly. My graduation's gonna be off the chain. Oh, when we go to the
Hello.
prom, blah, blah, blah. Oh, when I go to Jamaica, because I was planning on going to Jamaica. Oh, I go to Jamaica,
Mhm.
blah, blah, blah." All that shit got shoo, it's like, nothing.
Nothing.
So there is nothing promised to us,
Mm-mm.
not even tomorrow.
Not even if you plan it down to the last detail.
Mhm.
Nothing. Like, there's nothing you can do about anything not going the way that you thought it was gonna go.
Right. Right. And this is another thing that I think is so funny. You know how you think of somebody, you walk in lockstep with them, and then they
Mhm.
start slowly but surely slowing down, and you still walking in a sense like,
Yes.
oh, you turn around, where they go? They not even with you no more.
And you have no idea that you've been walking in that direction and they stopped and have
Long
just
time
been
ago.
staring and watching you keep walking.
Right.
Yeah.
And that lets me know that is just a reminder to us that people don't think like we think all the time. They
Mm-mm.
just don't.
Mm-mm.
Maybe none of the time, or at least less than we imagine.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. What other comments did you see?
So let's see here.
'Cause there were quite a few.
Mhm. Sweet Mints also said, Sweet Mints 55, she said, real situations expose fake people. I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff in my world these days, which is interesting. So she
That
mentioned
sent
fake.
me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, but that's the truth, right?
Mhm.
And so for me, while I'm learning to not judge people, right? I'm still there. I still judge just like the rest of us.
Mhm.
But if I take fake out, right? And say real situation expose the reality of people's hearts,
Ooh. Mhm.
because that's what it is. It shows you who people truly are,
Yeah.
right? And I used to I was reading this book and I heard it say, in a crisis it reveals your character, right?
Ooh. Mhm.
So this is not particularly a crisis per se, but it's a real situation, like Sweet Mints mentioned. In real situations, character is revealed
Yeah.
because you're on the line.
Yeah.
Graduation, a wedding, a
Mhm.
funeral,
Yeah.
a birth. Like these things are really, really on the line. Like you're gonna find out who's in your corner, who's gonna be there or not.
Mhm. Like, I this one really, from TikTok.
Mhm.
V the singer. My family of origin never resonated with me. I opt to create my real tribe outside of that. DNA means do not apply when it comes to family for
Whoa.
me.
Ooh.
Sent me. Sent
Oh
me. I
wow.
was like, "Excuse me? Do not apply?"
Mm.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
That
And it
that was
sounds
a
like
lot.
there's still a little bit of hurt too.
Mhm.
Right. And it's okay. We have to recognize that when we hurt, let's really break that down because we don't
Mhm.
we don't have to continue to hurt about people's choices.
Nope.
Those are their choices.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got another one. Alice Hoptman? Hopefully I'm saying that right.
Mhm.
Everyone has their own life. You can only count on yourself. I made more effort to show up for others without expectation.
Mm.
That is
That's
another
the
part to me is like,
that's the
you gonna do the thing,
Mhm.
do your wedding. Don't
Mhm.
have any expectations.
Mhm.
Don't even think about it. Just go into it.
Just and
We're gonna have
and
a good
yes.
time. We're gonna have a
Yes.
story, or we get both.
That's true. That is lovely. And I love her response too because but that's a goal.
Mhm.
Many people are not there, and again, if we take judgment out, we're all in different spaces on
Yeah,
that continuum of working toward releasing ourselves from expectation of a thing
yeah,
and
yeah.
be ourselves. Like if like for me, if my family members invited me to events, I'm gonna do my best to go.
Mhm.
That's it. I'm gonna do my
That's
best
it.
to go. I'm not sure if I'll be inviting them. I haven't finished deciding if I want to do that. But I will still go to their events because I love them, right? It's
Yeah.
that love didn't change. However, mm, Sylvia, I don't have an answer.
I think
I don't wanna be, I'm not gonna lie about this. It's still like,
it's a little sensitive.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
it's a thing of, like, we have lived in this house now 6 going on 7 years, been back in the country all that time, and haven't had that many visitors,
Mhm.
and feeling like, I think I'll just stop inviting, stop mentioning it, stop saying anything about it, because I like my house. I wanna share it with people.
Yeah,
COVID is doing what COVID is doing, strep is doing what strep is doing. The world is doing what the world is doing, but it would be nice to have people come over, come stay, that whole bit. I mean, you've been to my house,
mhm,
like,
mhm.
we provide
Beautiful.
comfort
Let me tell you,
and food.
much comfort.
Mhm.
Much comfort. I love it.
But if you don't wanna come, you're not gonna come, and if you spend time figuring out how to not do a thing, you're not gonna do it.
Right.
So if you just start saying, "Oh, I don't have the money," you planning on not having the money. "I don't
Absolutely.
have the time," you're planning on not having the time. "I can't get time off," you're
Mhm.
planning on it,
Right.
because nobody I know works on the weekends. You got time.
Well, you're right. People do what they want to do.
What
So
they
let's
want
just
to
be
do.
clear.
Mhm.
And that is something it's almost like a boyfriend or somebody you like and
Mhm.
you trying to get them to like you like them. And then the reality hits. They don't like you like that.
Nope.
And it's okay. That's the other thing. It's not about us from that perspective, right?
Mhm.
Like it's not a lack of me being my lovely self that you don't get down with me.
Right.
And I think if we recognize in that space, it's more about what's going on with them than it is going on with us.
Yes.
And I don't need to be a better this or ask what's wrong with me because nothing is wrong with me that you not
Mhm.
getting down with me.
Right.
And so if we would shift that, if we could for a second, leave that alone to try to think if there's something wrong with us. And not even so much something's wrong with them.
Mhm.
It's just that that's not our tribe.
Right.
Like at the end of the day, if we are aligned, you're gonna move heaven and earth to get with me because that's what I
Yeah.
do. Like that's what we do. We are heaven and earth movers. We
Mhm.
do that. We like say less. If that's what we gonna be in Paris this year. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where we going? We going to Thailand? Oh, okay.
Don't
I ain't even questioning. We gonna figure it out. We gonna find
Mhm.
a way.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Come on. And the only thing we need to do is notice who's in our corner. Like,
Yeah.
and if they're not in our corner, that's okay. We gotta bid them adieu.
Yep. Yep. We have to keep coming back around to that. It's just like push it down that doesn't serve you.
Exactly.
Put it down.
Do you have any other comments?
No, that was the last one for me on I had TikTok and YouTube. We didn't get anybody from Twitter. If you're on our Twitter at What's Been Better, no E, just an R, hit us up. We wanna hear from you too.
So I have a couple of more comments though.
Okay.
Okay. So CC Harbor said, uh, she said the difference is that I didn't tell them how I felt. So
Mm.
on her end, there was like a graduation
Mhm.
that her siblings decided not to come to for her son, and she was leveled. So she didn't tell them how she felt. She said, I didn't have the energy. Initially, I felt abandoned, but what's the point? I have to move on. And then she
Mhm.
said, I'm mourning. She said, it's grief. I'm mourning the relationship I wanted to have with them, and I don't. And I think that is the thing,
Mhm.
because even when I spoke about my older sister, where it's like a 8-year difference. And I've always wanted to have a relationship with my big sister.
Mhm.
And now that she lives in the same state as I live in, I was thinking, oh, wow, this is the time. I just kept thinking about all the different times,
Mhm.
but it's just not there. And so it's ultimately mourning that loss and learning to accept. I think the
Yeah.
ultimate in these um, these intentions or these hopes or these expectations is this fulfillment of a thing, but then also hopefully it would be the acceptance if it doesn't work out the way we had planned, and
Yeah.
to recognize that something better is for us. Like always recognizing that if this, then something better. If not this, then something better. And that we're going to be okay no matter what.
Yeah. I I heartedly believe that better is possible and that we'll be all right. Like
Yes,
there's
we are.
nothing else after that. Um, if you're on any of our social media, we love this type of engagement. Definitely hit us up. We'll be dropping questions at the end of the episodes from now on, just to kind of hear what y'all like, hear what you have to say about all this. And of course, we want you as a guest also. Come sit in your own chair, get on the camera with us, talk to us about what's been better for you, what you've overcome, what kind of breakthroughs you've had, or any other topic, even if it's something that is going on in current events, world news, whatever, wherever your corner of the world is, we want to hear about it.
Right, right.
If you've heard other episodes or other topics that we've covered and that resonated with you, drop that in the comments below. We want to hear what you have to say. Um, Also, if there are topics that we haven't covered that you think we should cover, drop those in the comments also. We want to hear from you.
Yes, we want to share this kind of information that you want to hear from us.
Yep. And we want you to be included in the conversation. So if you haven't already done so, like, share, subscribe, do something with this. But do not
Yes.
keep this show for yourself. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
All right. That's it for this week's show. I'm Lori Scott.
And I'm Sylvia Johnson. And you've been listening to What's Been Better.
A big thank you to Lagon Music Inc. for providing our music. This show is edited and produced by us with a little help from our family and friends. We love you all.
We want to hear what's been better for you. To be a guest on the show, send us an email to questions@whatsbeenbetter.com. Or you can find us on Instagram and TikTok at What's Been Better Podcast.
Thanks for listening.